Hi, I'm Lori, Director for the Durham chapter of Coalition to Unchain Dogs. On Saturday, April 30th, the Coalition will unchain King, our 1,000th dog. King's human, 15-year-old MJ, saw us building a fence in his neighborhood a few months ago and approached me about a fence for King. MJ and King live with his grandparents, the Smiths, and over the past few months, I've had the pleasure of spending time with the Smiths and getting to know them. It's one of my favorite parts about being a director for the Coalition, getting to know the people and building personal relationships with them. The Smiths have lived in their Durham neighborhood for over 50 years, and they've certainly seen a lot of change. I'm often touched by their stories and their personal history they tell when I visit. So as we approach the big day of the fence build for their dog King, our 1,000th dog, I'd like to share a little bit of the Smith story with you.
Where did you get married?
It was real funny. See, I was here in school, and after I finished, I said, well, I knew my daddy was one of them tender-hearted people that he just couldn't stand to give his boys, his girl, or nobody away. It just broke his heart. When my sister got married, he cried and he cried. I said, I never hear my daddy crying over me. Because I was 20 years old, 21, I go and get married and wouldn't tell her. But my husband said, oh, I want to go down there and ask for you. I said, well, you going down there because I'm not going. My daddy was a funny little man. He's short. When the guy asked for my sister, he cried. He got his little shotgun. He said, I'm going to tell you right now, I'm going to let you marry her, but I'm not giving her to you. And if you don't want her, you bring her back to me. And I thought, oh, that's so embarrassing. I said, I'd never go through with that.
Yeah.
Well, I came to Durham. I was wounded in service, light wound. And after I got out, I came to Durham to go to barber school. And when I got here, she came that year to go to cosmetologists, and there was one on Pettigrew Street and the other one right around on Silver. So we met, and hey, I don't think I dated him about 3 months before I was married.
Wow.
So,
Why'd you move so fast? Were you afraid somebody's going to steal her?
You know, really, if I tell you the truth, you won't believe it. She was, I took one guy that was supposed to have been her boyfriend, and I took him there to see him to put off in the car when he got out. I got out talking with him, and I wound up with her, and it wound up, so it seemed like I wound up taking away from him.
Uh-oh.
You know, that seemed like the way it happened anyway. But I was taking him to see her.
And so I was in cosmetology school, taking cosmetology, and he was in barber when I met him. I had met another little guy, and he was supposed to be taking me to the ball game that night. He pops up, and I had never seen him, and he just thought he was so bad or good at women, I could lead the other guy and go with him. So somehow or another, I went on to the ball game, and he talked around, and the next day I saw him, and that's where it started from that. He said he beat the other guy time, so I didn't worry about it.
I was married, I'd be married 63 years, the 23rd of July.
So what's the secret?
Old-fashioned love, I believe. Treating your wife like you want to be treated. Being honest and true.
Well, you just do what you gotta do. Go to work and feed the hungry man because they stay hungry. That's the secret to it.